Hey everyone, and today I interviewed the NFL player from 2013 Vikings right end, uh, Chase Baker. So in this video, you guys will be seeing the interview, and yeah, let's get into it. Okay, so the first question that I wanted to ask with is that you played on the Vikings in 2012 and 2013, right?
Correct.
Okay, so the first question is, what was it like being on that team? Like, I'm pretty sure back then, the 2012 Vikings, Adrian Peterson had his MVP season. What was it like being on the Vikings back then?
Yeah. So when I came in, my rookie year was the year after he had torn his ACL, and so it was just really cool actually for me to be able to come in. I've been a big fan of AP. And I signed with Boise the year they beat Adrian Peterson and the Sooners in that Fiesta Bowl. So I watched that from home. But I know Adrian tore it up in college, and then immediately ended up setting the record as a rookie against my Chargers. So I came in with nothing but respect for Adrian. But watching him work, that was the coolest part. Was seeing his work ethic and his determination to get back from that injury. And so when he stepped up. And I think it was the first play of the season, that 2012 season, against the Lions. He took it for 75 yards on the first play of the game. And so that was just, right in line with the work that they put in. And so it was pretty awesome. But as a whole, I was just appreciative to be on the Vikings, to get my chance in the NFL. And I was just trying to take advantage of it. But obviously there were some great players on that team, and I definitely enjoyed my time there.
Yeah, I think that's a great answer. My next question is, what would you suggest for up and coming football players and like their work ethic?
Uh, Man, there's a ton of things you could suggest, but I think you have to set goals, right? You have to set goals that are a little above, that get you out of your comfort zone, but that you can still work for. And so you have to be able to take those small steps. So setting big goals. Some other advice to me is get ready to, start putting good nutrition in your body. That was one of my biggest regrets, is not feeding my body the fuel that it deserved, in order to, become a truly elite athlete, and to maximize what I was doing in the weight room and on the field. So yeah, those are the two things I'd say, is be able to set goals and work towards them, and start, don't be eating McDonald's and fast food every day. Put good stuff in your body. Treat it like a temple.
Yeah. So one of the questions I wanted to ask you was, I saw your TikTok, where I initially saw you, where you were showing that you almost got that sack against Tony Romo. What what was the what do you think the best way to get through the offensive line is? Like, you know what I mean? Like, what do you think the best way to get through the offensive line is? Or do you think it's like it depends on how you read the offensive lineman's moves?
Yeah, as defenders, everything we have to do is we're reacting most of the time, and so there's, for D linemen, especially on our pass rush, it all starts with our get off and taking the correct steps, getting off quick, and then we have to react to whatever the O line gives us. So depending on their set, for that situation, the center set deep and away from me, and I had that guard coming down hard, and so you just have to be able to react. It's very much a little bit of intuition, a little bit of film studying, knowing what you're going to get in certain situations, and you just have to start, from a young age of developing your skill set, and being able to react with a number of different moves. Some guys are bigger and strong, and maybe not as quick, and all their moves are gonna be based off power. So it's very much it's an on an individual basis. Like, you don't want some of these fast, quick pass rushers to be going down the middle trying to power the whole time. So you want them, to beat the O line. You got to play to your strengths.
Yeah. So I know you're a pretty busy dude, so I'm gonna try to make this a little quick. But
Like,
did you guys do scrimmages in practice, like against like the offense versus the defense?
with the Vikings, or are you talking with the FCS?
The Vikings.
The Vikings, we were very much a limited contact. We wanted to have as little contact as we could. So while we did, we practiced against each other every day. And the O-line and D-line probably went a little harder in terms of how we practiced, but we kept guys up. That's part of being a professional is avoiding injuries and avoiding, guys going, getting on the ground and creating that risk of injury. So there's not a lot of, thudding. We're not hitting each other hard. We're practicing great technique, the fundamentals, and then we're keeping guys up and keeping the team healthy.
Yeah. So this is a question coming from one of my viewers and close friends, Cameron. He wanted to ask, was coaching for the FCF more fun, or was it more fun to play in the NFL?
It's more fun playing in the NFL. But no, I've loved coaching, honestly. I really have. I took this job because I love the conversion and doing stuff with Twitch and the live streaming, and it just played into everything that I enjoy and that I know and like doing. So, but no, I definitely enjoy this coaching stuff, and I have a great group of D linemen, and it's been really cool to be able to step up and call some plays as well.
Yeah, so did you ever want to go to like your favorite team in the NFL, or was the Vikings like your favorite team?
So coming out, I knew I wasn't a 3-4 nose tackle. Most of the time, those guys are really big, run stopping, 2-gap kind of guys. I'm on the smaller side. And so I knew I was probably going to end up in a 4-3 situation. And so, I had a lot of injuries, so I wasn't even sure if a team would take that risk. But as we got close to that draft and more teams, started showing interest, the cool part about being a free agent is you kind of get to decide where you go almost. And so once I went undrafted, I knew the teams that wanted me, and I was able to kind of look at the roster and do my research on the schemes and who was playing and who'd done well and where I'd probably have the best chance of playing. So the Vikings was just a great fit for me.
All right, yeah. I have 3 more questions for you. So, this is another one from my close friend Cameron. Did you get enough time to yourself, or like when you played in the NFL?
Yeah, no, there was it's pretty nice actually. The way the practice schedule and everything is set up. Training camp is the worst part of the NFL. Once you get into season, you show up, you go through your workouts, you watch your film, you hit practice, and for the most part, they're getting you out with a good portion of the day. So you're getting home, 3-4 o'clock in the afternoon, unless you're a grinder. Some of those guys will grind all day and watch film on film on film. And maybe I should have done that a little more, but on average, the guys were getting home around 3 or 4 o'clock, and we had the rest of the evening off. So we had plenty of time to ourselves.
Yeah, that's cool. So one of my viewers from TikTok and one of my pretty good friends on Instagram wanted to ask, what does it take to get into the NFL?
It takes just being honest with yourself, always about, being able to evaluate yourself with truth and knowing where you are. And then you don't have to accept where you are. You can push yourself to the boundary. And there's just a lot that goes into it. Like I said, there's, the workouts, making sure your body's in tip top shape. And then in terms of on the field, you have to take in coaching. You have to make sure that you're getting better and you're following the coach's advice. And the coaches shouldn't have to, tell you multiple times about a mistake you're making. If they're saying, you're stepping too wide or your hands are bad, you need to fix your hands quickly. In the NFL, they don't want to have to tell you the same mistake that you're making over and over. So when the coaches tell you you're doing something wrong, you fix it and make sure it doesn't come back up. And now you're moving, you're progressing, and you're becoming a better player every day. And if you start that out early, it doesn't have to be early, but if you continue to do that, by the time you get, past college, you'll have a chance.
Yeah, so I know you said you have 12 minutes, and we're almost at 10 minutes, so I'll merge the last 2 questions.
You're good. Go ahead.
Okay, so the last 2 questions were, how did you like your coaches, and how were your teammates treated towards you? So if you want, you can merge them into the same question. So basically, how were the teammates towards you, and did you like your coaches?
Yeah, so first of all, I had some of the best coaches I think are out there. My defensive line coach at Boise State, Pete Kwiatkowski. He's the D coordinator. Was the D coordinator at University of Washington for the last few years, and just took the D coordinator job with the University of Texas. But I loved playing for him. My coach in Minnesota, Coach Daly, he was amazing. And then once he was gone, I had man, I'm blanking on his name right now, but wow, why am I forgetting his name? Andre Patterson. There we go, Andre Patterson. And he's coached a lot of, all pro. He coached back when the Vikings had John, man. But so anyway, I had some amazing coaches. In terms of how I was treated on the Vikings, when you get it there as a rookie, you're a rookie, and so you have to, you got to take some of that. I guess it's not really hazing. I did get a little hazing, but it wasn't anything crazy. I don't like singing. I hate my voice, and they wanted me to get up on a table and sing. I refused. So they rightfully, strapped me to a pole and dumped some water on my head and Gatorade, and it was all in good fun. And there was no issues there. But I love my teammates as well, and it's been really cool. The beautiful thing about football is over those years, you just make friendships and connections, and even once you're done playing, and even if it's been years since you've seen each other, when you do get a chance to meet back up, it's like no time has passed, and you guys are still, just as close, and you can say what's up, and they're always like family.
Yeah, man, that's great. I'm just gonna end the video off here. So, thank you for letting me have you and letting me interview you. These are some pretty great answers, and good luck in the FCF as a defensive coordinator, and good luck on TikTok. I'm pretty sure the way that you've been doing on there, you'll be. I bet you could get verified pretty soon.
And I appreciate that. Yeah, I'm a little old to be on there, but I think we can do some cool stuff. I'll try and jump on there a little more. I'll try and throw some more videos up, but I appreciate that. Thank you, man.
Yeah, 100%. Thanks for letting me interview you, bro.
Definitely. If there's anything I can help you out with, just let me know.
Okay, yeah.
Have a good one, Richard.
You too. Goodbye. Chat! Let's go! Chat!